Sonic 4. One of the Sonic games made by Sega that I definitely and totally adore! Don't you just love the classic moissanite looking Sonic? Because I don't. If you're a real theroes fan, you should know that in my short Chipper and Sons Lumber Co. review video, I discussed how I didn't like Sonic 4 Episode 1 and how I didn't like this game. And I lied because I sadly only talked about the minigames and not anything else. Yeah, it was a pretty bad video. But hey, since you got a video today, I'll probably post another one. So let's get into some chaos! That's a Sonic pun. If you know, you know. One thing in the game that I'm at least thankful for has to definitely be the graphics and a little bit of story. Basically, they were trying to hype you up because, oh, this was connected to Sonic CD! We have also returned a lock-on technology! Use your CD cartridge of Sonic 4 Episode 1 and use it for Sonic 4 Episode 2 and you get Episode Metal! And you got hyped up for nothing because it's a reskin of all the levels you hate from Sonic 1! Back to the little bit of story. Basically, after the events of Sonic CD, after Metal Sonic was defeated, Eggman sends a floating monitor to bring him to Little Planet, I guess, and to destroy Sonic. And yeah. Basically, Episode Metal takes place as Sonic goes for his adventures. The Carnival boss fight level takes place after level 4 of Episode Metal. I have said that very weirdly. Then for some reason, why the heck does this take place in the bad future? If this takes place in the bad future, Little Planet should look metal-like. Because if you really think about it, you can always access Metal Sonic, even in bad future and good future. Well, anyway, he goes for a ski to Earth, I guess, and then, he wants to destroy Sonic. That's what he's supposed to do. He's a villain! Anyway, you go through some revamped levels of Sonic 4. It's really all there is, honestly. I appreciate Sega for not being lazy and actually revamping, but oh well. To the next chapter. I gotta say, the gameplay is pretty solid and the graphics is really good. And it's got some good ideas. Like that Team Spin Dash, I think that's what it's called. And the flying. I mean, that's the reason why Tails is here. Tails is here for the sole purpose of the mechanics. The graphics are pretty fresh, like I said before, and they're pretty good. But they're not great. They're pretty good, but they're not great. The gameplay is very similar to Sonic 4. You can spin dash and you can jump. And thank absolutely God, Sega made Sonic able to not uncurl from his ball form in the air. It is very helpful as well. The only way you can uncurl from the ball in the air is if you tap the button again. The button highlighted right there. You know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, welcome to the real world. That was like so out of context. Anyway, back to the gameplay. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, it's very similar to the classic Sonic gameplay. But of course you have the air attack. Yeah, we all remember that from Sonic 1. Ugh, good times. They don't add that like they used to anymore. And you know what? Taking a break from all the bad like Sonic 4, I like Sonic 1. Although it feels like a totally different game when the spin dash is not enabled. But seriously, it does. I guess I can say the special stages in Sonic 4, are a little better than Sonic 4 Episode 2's. I mean, if we really think about it, they are just complete reskins of the Sonic 2, special stages. And I get that's what they were trying to fit in. And Episode 3 was probably gonna try to do the same thing, fitting in with Sonic 3's special stages. Even though I'm pretty sure Sonic 3 has like 2 different types of special stages. No, actually 3 because of that claw one, I think. And yes, it is indeed not a claw.
Why keep it a fucking...
My final thoughts on Sonic 4? I think Sky Fortress is a sick level concept. Even though it's obviously, a copy of Wing Fortress. I think that's what it's called. I gotta say, it's pretty unique in its own way. Especially Act 1 and Act 2. Those sat with me very well. I don't really like Act 3 though. No, not because it's hard. It just doesn't go well. And if this is supposed to be an amusement park, if we're running on a track, where are the freaking carts you sit in? And Oil Desert, yeah, I don't really like that level either that much. Whoa, that hit hard. Pun intended. Anyway, I actually like this final boss. It's pretty cool and it's actually pretty different. I don't really think it's based off anything, honestly. Actually, the footage of me winning this is actually corrupted, so I have to use other gameplay. But it's a pretty cool boss fight.
What the fuck kind of humanity?
Well, that's all the video has to offer. Thank you so much for watching. We're about to hit 400 subscribers. So just thank you for everything. I really appreciate everything you guys do. It means a lot. Anyway, sayonara. I gotta work on Meatly Horrocks here. Wait, no, it's in. Wait a minute, we're doing more? Cool. I have a lot of mixed thoughts about Sonic 4. Like, why does it exist? Why was it named Sonic 4? It's a bunch of questions that never got answered, like not at all. I've read every wiki and article and I still do not know anything at all. All we currently know is Ken Ball, the former brand manager behind Sonic 4, has had plans to make an episode 3 for a whole trilogy for the Xbox and the Nintendo eShop, but it was cancelled. Obviously. Instead of feeling sad, I'd rather actually feel happy that episode 3 never came out. I mean, as I said in this video and the Chipper and Sons Slumberco video, I said how I didn't like Sonic 4, and Sonic 3 coming out would just show that, well, Sega didn't care about what the fans thought, and obviously that is not true because look at Mania and Generations in Colors. Most of us agree those are really good games, you know, but this Sonic 4, it really isn't. Mad Gear Zone is basically Metrovis. Splash Hill is obviously a recolor of Green Hill. And Casino Night is literally just stripped off of Sonic 2. This is one of the things that makes the game bad. It's because it's basically recycling itself. What the heck? But seriously, on a real note, if you like Sonic 4, that's okay. I just don't. If you find fun in Sonic 4, that's also okay. I just don't. We don't need to start an argument over, oh, what game is the best, this and that, etc, etc. If you like Sonic 4, that's okay. Anyway, to the finale. Alright, first of all, let's start with the starter facts. First of all, as you probably already know, Sonic 4 was originally called Sonic the Portable, but it was changed to the infamous name Sonic 4, of course. I guess we can assume that the reason why it was called Sonic the Portable originally was probably because you could port it on your phone, but whatever. This fact is pretty short, but it's also pretty good to know. First of all, Sonic 4's development first started in 2009, and Sonic 4 Episode 2 was teased in 2011 after Sonic Generations with the CD mobile port. Yes, the Sonic CD mobile port originally released in 2011. For Sonic 4's low quality, it has been placed in the meta era of Sonic games. In a beta of Sonic 4 Episode 2, we can see Knuckles and an unruined Eggman Dev Egg ship. I think the reason why this is the case is because in episode 2 in the ending, the ship is never destroyed. Probably because of Knuckles' emerald being inside of it. But yeah, this also caused Sonic 4 to get a little popularity for a short amount of time. And still to this day, I believe people are still trying to find betas or at least footage of Sonic 3's development. Now I just want to point out, I am talking about the same game when they call it by Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 or Sonic 1. I'm just saying it in a shorter way, you know, so it won't take longer. Anyway, back to the facts. Did you know that originally in a very old port of Sonic 4, it had Sonic Rush's model? Yes, this is true. Go Google it. And it also had some changed levels as well. But I do believe that there was only one changed level. And that's all the facts we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Hope you like my new outro, by the way. And thank you.